Hi guys, Squad here. Welcome back to another American Truck Simulator video. We are deep in the heart of Mexico. I'm using a Mexican mod. Let me just quickly bring up the map and show you where we are in the world. The Mexico mod is something that expands the default American Truck Sim world, and it obviously takes you down into the heart of Mexico. It's grown quite a lot in the last few months. As you can see, they've done quite a lot of work actually. I've linked it in the in my mod spreadsheet. It takes you to a place called mexicomap.blogspot.com, which is where you'll find the downloads for these things. This is basically 4 mods that you have to download. There's the Viva Mexico map, the Mega Resources, Mexico Extreme, and Meximap. And if you remember that I did that journey in the out of the quarry, that is also part of this map. I can't find it at the moment. The quarry map is around here somewhere. There it is. There's the quarry. Remember that quarry that I drove out of? That's there. So you can have fun with that. They've got a bunch of new things. I've driven around this a fair amount on Sunday Night Trucking. There's some pretty challenging roads here. As you can see, like this one here is particularly interesting to drive on. It does have a couple of quality issues. There are gaps in the scenery sometimes and the occasional invisible wall. But on the whole, it's actually pretty good fun. So the place where we are is in a town called Agua Calientes, which is probably not pronounced like that at all. It kind of looks like it should be a coastal town, but it's not. This is all landlocked. So what you've got here at the bottom is a looping road, obviously for where they're going to expand southerly from here. I've picked a special transport job, and that's going to take us north through here. So that's the other thing. The map comes with a bunch of special transports. Some of which can be, shall we say, interesting and or challenging. I'm sure they've been tested, but I've had a couple of issues turning corners with a few of them, and even had an AI car get in the way and cancel the convoy for me. So that could well happen today. Now, in terms of the truck, this is a Viper mod. It's the Peterbilt 389. This particular variation is a 6x4. We've got a 525 horsepower engine in there, and 300-gallon tank and an Eaton Fuller 13-speed. I'm manually shifting today, and I've coloured it brown. So what we'll do is we'll get it started. And the actual transport is a 35-ton silo. You can see it's got the dolly at the back there. I don't think there are steering axles at all. I think it's just a dolly setup, but we'll find out when we start moving. And let's just hope that the convoy actually takes us in the right direction. Let's jump into the cab, reset the track IR. Now inside the Peterbilt, this is a highly configurable truck, this one. And you can see I've configured it, quite a bit here. I've gone for the old style 389 dashboard because I do prefer it. It's such a classic look. But yeah, I mean, looking around the mod, there's so many options for this thing. I even put the bull horns down there. But let's get moving. Let's get it into first gear here. In case you're wondering why my display is at the bottom there, that's Hemmel's Route Advisor. So it replaces a standard setup that you're used to. It puts the map down here like this. But other than that, it functions exactly the same with the F5 key to go through that stuff. F3 to turn this thing on and off. F6 will bring up the cargo, and F7, all the hotkeys are the same. It just basically puts things in a different position. And I kind of like having the little summary down the bottom there, because I've got the sat nav over here, and of course you can just press the comma key if you want to change the view on that. Also, you'll notice the speed limits are like random stuff, like 37. That's essentially 37 miles per hour that's been translated from 50 k's. Because I think Mexico uses kilometers per hour, a bit like Canada does. Anyway, let's get a move on before they start complaining that the job is ended. And hope that we don't have too many issues on the way, but we shall see. Well, the roads seem awfully quiet. Although I think I did see some traffic back there. It's a beautiful sounding truck, this one. It's a really good mod. What speed are we doing? 25, that's fine. It's a really good mod, this one. Definitely recommend it if you've not tried it. It is in the Steam workshops, it's quite easy to find as well. Right, where are we going? Straight on. Look at that burger. As you can see, like, just looking around the Mexico map, you can kind of get a feel for the level of detail. It's actually pretty good. They've done a pretty good job on this. I think there's a stadium around. Oh, is that in a different town? There is a stadium in one of the towns. Okay, so it wants us to move into the left lane, but I'm not going to do that. Look at this, straight through on red. Please be careful, really tight part of the route is coming. Okay. Have we got roof clearance for this? Flippin' heck. Come on, let's keep the momentum going. There we go. Alright, so far so good. Once we get out of the town, it won't be so bad. It's the 90-degree turns that are really the worst. They're the worst ones. So, anyway, I thought I'd just... I thought I'd smack out a little quick video here, and also wanted to talk about a couple of things that... I know if you've been on... One second. I don't know why, but that guy suddenly slowed down. Despite the speed limit being 37. I've seen a few comments, and you guys have been wondering, you know, what's going on in my life, like, why have I not been making videos, etc. So I thought I'd quickly just... I don't want to labour the point, but I thought I'd quickly address that, just to put your mind at rest. Because I know a few of you are concerned about my well-being, which, you know, I'm very grateful for. Just generally wondering what happened, where's the videos, you know? Basically, I decided that I needed to get some downtime in January. I worked very, very hard through the year, and as you come up to the end of the year, December is pretty much my busiest month. December is crazy busy. I worked very hard all through the Christmas and New Year period, streaming and all that kind of thing. And January, I generally down tools. So just a word of warning that January is the month when I'm likely to stop making videos for a bit and just take a break. However, it kind of... My break became... I originally planned to do just January, and it run off into February before I actually got back to making videos. And even now, as you can probably tell, my voice is still nasally and broken because I've had a cold for the last 2.5 weeks, which has made it very difficult to make videos. You may have seen my Derail Valley videos. I sound very nasally in those. So I had a cold, which made me feel pretty bad. Also, my wife's father passed away, and we had the funeral to deal with, and various other bits and pieces that happened that were pretty unexpected things. But the good news is that I'm fine. I am reasonably fit and healthy, or rather I'm getting there, and normal service shall be resumed, as they say, in terms of videos. But do bear in mind that January is in future a likely time when I will basically back off on the video making and take a break, because that's just, generally speaking, in the gaming industry, not a lot happens in January anyway. All the games get released in like October, November. All the advertising gets spent on games in November, December. That's when they want you to buy stuff. And then in January, everything just falls off a cliff because, you know, we've all made this massive push for Christmas. We've all got our new consoles and PCs and whatever. And then in January, just nothing happens. There are no games get released. Nothing exciting happens. It's just business as usual and everybody getting over the hangovers and stuff like that. So it's generally a good time to take a break anyway if you work in the gaming industry as I do. So that's pretty much it. Like I said, I didn't want to drag it on. Just wanted to let you know what's going on. A little bit worried about this little boy here. Flippin' heck, dude. Okay, this is... That's interesting. My engine just stopped, like, completely cut out. Jeez, watch your head, bro. That was really strange. Like, the engine just died. I hit the brakes to slow down and the engine just died, and I was still moving. That was very odd. Not sure what happened, though. Also, going through that checkpoint with a massive silo. Not gonna lie, I was a little bit concerned. Alright. Let's try and get up to like 35 or so. When you drive around the Mexico map, you will notice... Oh, I am using a graphics mod, by the way. You might be thinking things look a bit different. I am actually using a graphics mod, so it does. But there are parts of Mexico that are very different to other parts in this map, and this particular one here is... how can you put it? It's almost like spaghetti western kind of look to it. But you do notice there are a lot of checkpoints. Because if you actually look at the map, you're transitioning across a lot of borders. So you will find as you drive around, you see lots of checkpoints. Also, there's like a solid yellow line down the road, but the AI just totally ignores that. Also, the AI will turn right on red, even though I think, and you may feel free to correct this or look it up yourself, I think there is no turn right on red law in Mexico as there is in the States. But the AI will turn right on red anyway, and the game will allow you to do it. But in real life, I don't think it's allowed. So it's up to you whether you decide to turn right on red or not. The game won't penalise you if you do. But do be aware the AI will overtake through this solid yellow line. And also, as I drive around, I've noticed there are sections of road that don't have a speed limit on them. And as you can see right now, it's 40 miles an hour down here. But there's other pieces of road where you'll suddenly have no speed limit. I'm pretty confident that that is just a map error. The map author has not declared the speed limit on that section of road, and that seems to lead to another problem, in that the job calculation for your duration of drive, like how long it allows you to take a journey, seems to be a bit off sometimes. And I think it's to do with the lack of speed limits on some of the roads, because I think when it works out how long it will take you to drive down that piece of road, it's basing it on the speed limit, and if there's no speed limit, it pretty much assumes that you probably can go as fast as the speed of light or something. I don't know. Also, you can see, like, in this mod, there's like a beacon flash there, up in the mirror. You see it? Well, actual fact, the beacon is there, but it's not shown in the mirror. So there's just a particular quirk of this mod. I'm using Jazzycat AI, so I've got Jazzycat truck traffic, painted traffic, and AI vehicles and motorcycles, and also he does like a nice, well, let me just slow down here. He does a nice Mexican traffic as well that you can bring in, which is rather nice when you're on this particular map, because it gives you some nice Mexican traffic. I do like the Jazzycat stuff. Not all of it has been marked as 1.34 compatible, which is what we're on at the moment, but it does seem to work on 1.34. So you can pretty much go ahead and download all of his packs, and they do seem to work on 1.34. Whoa, floating car! You see that then? The ground level wasn't quite correct. In terms of quality, this is not Pro Mods. You will see little glitches and issues and gaps, like I did say, but on the whole, it's pretty good. It's quite inventive in places, quite interesting. Some of the twisty roads are challenging, for sure. Very sharp turns in places, some steep inclines. Definitely will keep you busy, but don't expect like a fully tested product, because it isn't. There are definitely issues to be found. One of the worst parts of driving in Mexico is when you drive from the States down into Mexico. That road there has a ridiculous speed limit. I think it's something like 35 miles per hour. It's horrendous. It's a very long road with a very low speed limit, and that absolutely does my head in. But once you get in to the Mexico itself, the speed limits become a bit more sensible. But look at this, some cracking views. That silo really is quite giant, isn't it? Look at it. I'm kind of surprised it only weighs, what, 35 tons. It looks like it should be a lot more to me. But yeah, look how long this is. It's this ridiculously long dolly. Oh my god. Whoa! I think we just hit one of those speed bumps. Or possibly a glitch on the road, I'm not sure. Just don't forget the AI completely ignores speed bumps, whereas you don't get that choice. Okay, that might be a speed bump, I'm not sure. Alright, yeah. I'm going to keep right through here. $25. $25 toll for this. You'd think it would be a lot more. The amount of damage this kind of vehicle causes to the road compared to a car is quite a bit. Santillo, Fresnillo. Okay, 18 miles left, so it's in this town somewhere. Let's just take it easy now. Well, yeah, it's a good little run. It seems to have been working out so far. Okay, I actually thought he was going straight on there. Never mind. Let's keep left. Yeah, that's fine. The trouble is with holes like this, there's no chance of reversing, so... Oh dear. Oh dear. Now, that's interesting because I was a little bit tight on that, but I don't think it warranted a complete standstill. So they could just be an invisible box. Now this is going to be fun, because the convoy behind me is going to complain. Like that. Let's see if I can pull it out to the side. Okay. 5, let's put it in low gear. I accept that I clipped the inside of the rail there, but I don't think it should have arrested the truck as it did. So that's 3% damage, so we're going to get penalised a bit though. Whoopsie. It was going so well. Within 10 miles of the destination, and look what happened. Oh my god. But yeah, collision boxes can be pretty off sometimes. Not just the collision box on the trailer, but the collision box on the scenery can be off, and you can end up hitting things when there's quite clearly a gap in between. I definitely cut the bend too much, but I would have thought we could have got away with a little bit of a scrape though, rather than a full-on stop. Okay, we've got a 90 well, more than 90 degree turn here. This is going to be interesting. Let's get over to the left. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. I don't like the look of this. Oof. Oh my life. That's a close one. Oh. Right to the limit that was. And the convoy car has just despawned, which is not good. Don't think it should despawn like that. Okay, this is a bit of a squeeze as well. Blimey. That's not going to work. That is not going to work. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. And even now I've got through, I've got to get it all the way over here somehow. So yeah, they're not quite as tested as the SCS ones. I don't even know if we're going to be able to line this up. Let's see where we are. Well, we've got a chance. We've got a chance, I think. Oh, that would be great, wouldn't it, if I just can't actually finish the job. Oh, there it is. Brakes are on. Beacons are off. Detach. We know we've got a bit of damage, but we got it though. Good work. Didn't get the Excelente. Damage penalty 1.2%. Oh, that's not so bad. Just a little scrape. I think it damaged the trailer a little bit. I thought it said 3% damage. Maybe that was 3% on the truck. Yeah, it was actually. 3% on the truck, 1.2 on the trailer. That was fun. A little 35-ton silo haul across Mexico. I'm going to do some more videos on the Mexico map because I think it's quite an interesting little map. Like I say, if you want to download it, just go to mexicomap.blogspot.com or you can go to mods.squirrel.tv, click on the ATS tab, and I think it's like line 22 or something. That's it from me, guys. Hope you enjoyed that little video. Take care. Happy trucking.